What's up everyone, I am Toku Tyler, and today I'm going to be talking about the newest series of Power Rangers, Power Rangers Beast Morphers, the first installment of Power Rangers in the Hasbro era. This episode was so good. Such an improvement from Ninja Steel, definitely. The characters were believable, I understood the story as it moved forward, and there was actual character development and relationships going on in the first episode. Like, it was amazing. Great job, Hasbro. You have renewed my faith in Power Rangers, for sure. Okay. So anyway, so the way this is going to go in this video, I will go over each of the main characters and where they enter in the episode, as well as talking about the overall story and plot of the first episode. So, we begin the episode with our soon-to-be Red Ranger, Devin, a free-spirited guy who does what he finds fun. He is currently learning martial arts when his instructor, Blaze, catches him slacking off during the lesson. This results in both of them fighting one-on-one, and Devin showing us he can actually hold his own in a fight, which is pretty nice to see. Plus, it's a civilian kind of fight, which you don't get to see that often, and it's a really good, scene, and I like it a lot. But soon, the fight is stopped by Devin's father, Mayor Daniels. Devin is actually the mayor's son, so we're already getting like a family connection kind of thing so far, so it's pretty cool. So Devin's father later takes him into a limo onto a certain location. Devin's father tells him that being an expert in video games and karate is not going to take him anywhere in life. And he blew off a job interview to just go train and do martial arts. So his dad is kind of mad at him at this point, and Devin hasn't really found his calling just yet, is what I feel. So he's just going through life. He doesn't really know what he wants to do, and his dad is not really good at getting him to do something else. So he's just doing what he wants at this point. But soon, due to certain circumstances, he will be given a very great opportunity. So their talk gets cut short because Mayor Daniels has a meeting with the organization, the Grid Battle Force, the people who have tapped into the morphing grid to harness its power known as MorphX energy. This energy, MorphX, will be used as a clean source of energy for their entire city and then eventually the entire world. So while Devin's father has his meeting with the commander, Devin decides to sneak into the facility and try out their new battle simulator. So he takes a picture with his phone of his dad's security badge, and he gets past security while they are distracting the mayor. So we have these two characters. I think their names are Ben and Betty. They're basically the Bulk and Skull, because you can hear the Bulk and Skull music whenever they're around. And they're kind of funny, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the comedic relief characters right now, especially because of Victor and Monty, but they're okay. They're okay. One's a girl, one's a guy, so I'm kind of okay with it. So anyway, as the mayor is walking through the facility, sorry for the pause there, he runs into Zoe Reeves. Introducing herself to the mayor, Zoe walks down the hall with him while moving a laundry basket, telling him all of her ideas of what to do with the MorphX energy. On the way down the hall, Zoe is handed more laundry and tells the mayor that she was training and later cut from the Battle Force cadet program. She then tells Mayor Daniels that she wants to solve big problems, not small problems, and I love her attitude about everything. It's so, positive and good, and I love Zoe so far. She's my favorite of the three. But hearing this, Mayor Daniels tells Zoe that she'll go places, but Commander Shaw then walks in and welcomes Mayor Daniels to the tour after telling Zoe to get back to work because she's in the laundry department, and I don't know why they have a laundry department, but hey, she's working at least. So anyway, once they get to the lab, we are then shown a canister of MorphX energy, the power of the morphing grid that has been refined into liquid form. The person who has made this possible is the young prodigy Nate Silva, who harnessed the morphing grid energy at the age of 10. So he's this really smart kid, and I want to emphasize he's still a kid. So even though he's really brilliant and everything, he's probably still going to have those young sort of tendencies. He's probably going to want to have fun and hang out with other people his age and stuff. So, but right now he's a really smart guy and he's likable. I like him. So, anyway, Mayor Daniels then tells Nate that he's worried that what the grid battle force is making, or is making a mistake. He doesn't like that the Morphex energy is so, obtainable right now. He also adds that every monster from every dimension, such as Rita Repulsa, Sledge, and even Galvanax, has tried to take the Ranger's power and rule the universe for many years, even before Nate was born, you know? So they know about other dimensions and other enemies from other timelines. So that's a really cool nod to, the legacy of Power Rangers, and I love it so far. Daniel states afterwards that another monster will try and take it again after Nate tied it up in a ribbon, and that Battle Force won't be able to stop them this time. So it's very obtainable at this point, and he's worried. Mayor Daniels is worried. Meanwhile, while the mayor is having this conversation, Devin comes is disguised as a scientist, only to be caught by a security guard. The guard asks Devin if he's in the right place, saying that he's looking for the battle simulator. The guard redirects Devin to a lab where 3 subjects are being tested on. These subjects that are being tested on, these are the candidates who will be turned into Power Rangers. Also in this lab are all the gadgets and weapons and things like the Morphers that are powered by the Morphex energy. So Morphers, swords, blasters, all kinds of stuff, all their gear. But when the mayor sees this, he is reassured about the Morphex's safety and leaves the facility to go turn on the towers during the ceremony and everything. So he sees that they have a backup plan, and he's okay with it now, and he's still probably sort of hesitant about it because you don't get to know the Rangers' identities, or at least he doesn't, because he doesn't have the right clearance, I guess. But, the candidates are actually the 3 karate instructors from before, from the beginning of the episode. Blaze, who's going to be their Red Ranger, Roxy, who's going to be their Yellow Ranger, and Ravi, who ends up being our actual Blue Ranger anyway. So all 3 of them have been trained to become these Rangers and have been chosen to have this big responsibility. So they are about to have their DNA combined with animal DNA alongside the Morphex energy, turning them into Power Rangers. And just real quick, Roxy and Ravi, the yellow and blue, they actually were in a relationship or thought about being in a relationship before they were chosen to be Rangers. So there's apparently a rule saying that Rangers can't be together. And I guess that makes sense because it would mess with the team dynamic if they broke up or something like that. And it would, I don't know, it sounds like it makes sense to me, but I don't think it does. I don't know. But Ravi and Roxy do like each other, and then they're conflicted because she wants to be with him, but Ravi doesn't want to just break the rules all the time. So, anyway, during this moment, Devin was hiding from his father in the lab behind a shelf. He comes face to face with a Morphex canister that is connected to the tubes on the morphing platform for the 3 cadets, and he sees something moving inside it, like this purple energy flowing through the Morphex energy, which is green, by the way. The Morphex is green. And so he sees this purple stuff floating through it, and it is in fact a virus to corrupt the Rangers and their technology, because it turns into like this energy snake, and Devin jumps back, and he gets detained by security because he reveals himself because he got scared and everything. But as they're taking him away, he warns them about the virus, and just to be sure, Commander Shaw tells Nate to double check the system to make sure that he's not lying or he's not trying to make something up. She wants to be very sure because this is a very important day. Anyway, fast forward to Mayor Daniels flipping the switch to power up the towers with clean energy. They start the morphing sequence in the lab with the 3 cadets, but then the virus takes over the system and all the security alarms go off. While the facility is being evacuated, Devin's cell is opened up by accident. He escapes and runs toward the Ranger lab to see if he can help and see what's going on, as well as Zoe, too. She wants to go help. She wants to solve big problems, okay, not run from them. I love her. She's so good. Anyway, First, the virus corrupts the Morphex and allowing it to duplicate Blaze into an evil clone as well as Roxy. These clones call themselves avatars, and that they serve Evox, the main villain, the giant digital snake guy that scared Devin. So they their real forms, their human forms, have been knocked out. They're kind of in comas, and they fall to the ground. And the avatars look just like them, but then they put on their helmets and they have suits and stuff. So Blaze's avatar is using the Dark Buster suit from Go Busters, and I love that suit so much. It's so awesome. Anyway, and then Roxy's avatar looks really cool as well. And so both Devin and Zoe meet up at the lab entrance, and I love what they say to each other. Devin asks her, "Are you security?" And then Zoe says, "No, I work in laundry. What about you?" And then Devin's like, "No, just trespassing." The comedy is already great. I love it. It's so good. Anyway, back to the action. Just before Ravi is about to be turned into an avatar, Devin shoots the tube that's connected to the canisters. Ravi is released from the machine, and then the avatars fight the three intruders. The fight scene between the avatars and our future rangers is so good. I don't want to get into too much detail, but the choreography was amazing. The way they used the room was really good, and we get to see another civilian fight. They're not in suits, they don't have weapons, but they're fighting these digital clones of people they know, and it's a really good fight. But anyway, yet they don't have powers yet, but they are still holding their own, like I said, until Roxy's avatar grabs them with these tentacles, holding them in front of the morphing platforms. We know where this is going, obviously. They're all lined up and everything. Nate sees his opportunity and shoots a metal grate down, freeing the three of them. Nate then activates the morphing sequence without the virus in the canisters, thus turning Devin, Zoe, and Ravi into the Power Rangers Beast Morphers. It is so cool. The shot of them looking at their suits and everything, it made me smile. It was so good. Anyway, now that they are Rangers, the three of them face off against Evil Blaze and Roxy. Also, I love how Ravi steps into the front. He's the one with actual training, so I like that he took charge first. It was really good. It was really good. So, anyway, if you thought the out-of-suit fight was good, you'll love this one. Their powers give them a way better chance of defeating Blaze and Roxy than before. Devin has the speed of a cheetah, Zoe can jump and kick like a jackrabbit, and Ravi has the insane strength of a gorilla. He throws like four giant, I don't know, four giant objects at the avatars. It's so cool. So anyway, Ravi, knowing that they actually can't beat Blaze and Roxy, Ravi distracts the avatars while the other Rangers and Nate place teleporter crystals around the room. Nate activates the crystals and sends Blaze and Roxy to another dimension. So they have these crystals that allow them to teleport their items, just like in Go Busters. They have the transpods that allow them to summon their swords and their blasters and stuff, which is really cool and a good way to use the teleporter stuff in the Japanese footage, so it makes sense. So it's pretty cool. So now Blaze and Roxy are in another dimension, but Nate is smart enough to know that they will eventually find a way back and try to steal the Morphex again. So anyway, after the fight with Evil Blaze and Evil Roxy, their real bodies are sealed away in pods to monitor their health. So their brains are in a sort of stasis while their bodies are completely healthy. So it's kind of worrying. So we see Ravi looking really sad as Roxy lays there in her pod. You really feel something for these characters. It's so good, and I really feel what Ravi is feeling in that moment because these characters are so well done, and I love that moment. You really feel how sad he is and that he wish he didn't push her away. So Ravi then thanks Devin and Zoe for not letting him become an avatar. So already they sort of click as a team. So they're already good to each other, which is nice. Then Commander Shaw walks in to talk to them. Devin and Zoe acknowledge their responsibility as new Rangers and that they must be trained quickly to be ready for next time. So finally, Devin gets to use the battle simulator after all, And he's ecstatic. He's like, yes, the battle simulator. So yeah, and that's the end of the episode. So that's it for this first episode. I can honestly say, great episode. Like I said, the characters are already relatable, the story kept me interested at every turn, and of course, I am excited for the next episode. I want to see where this goes. I want to see more of it. I do. I want to see some Japanese footage because this first episode was all, American footage, which I really respect. I'm glad they didn't just, you know, become Power Rangers, fight a monster, and have the Megazord all in the first episode. I'm glad they paced it out. I'm glad they did that. I'm glad they went slow and tried to introduce everything they could at first. So it's very, very good. And now, first episodes are always fun because you have so many new things being introduced to you. And it's hard to really nitpick about anything because it's all brand new. You have so much new information shown to you that it's kind of hard to say that anything was bad. And even if the rest of the show isn't as good as this episode, I'm all right with that because I haven't been this happy about Power Rangers in a long time. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified of future videos. And may the power protect you.